Hello, people. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's so wonderful to have you all right here. And it's still your favorite mental health nurse, Nurse Muye Francisca Ekene Aquila on Check My Clinic. And today we are going to be talking about why suicide is not an option. Some days ago, we took to our social media handles, Facebook in particular, to ask a particular question. We said, has suicide ever crossed your mind? And how did you overcome it? And a lot of people gave their own opinion on why suicide is not an option and how they were able to overcome that suicidal thoughts they were having. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Now, can I ask you a question? Has suicide ever crossed your mind? Have there been situations where you are tired of life and you want to take your own life because of you're so tired because everything seems so impossible at your own end? Now, what did you do to overcome that situation? Because watching me here means you overcame that situation. Now, please leave a comment at the comment sections and let's interact very well. How did you overcome your suicidal thought? Our social media to look at the comments on what people said about how they were able to overcome suicide. Now, first on our list, this person said, "Me that this life is sweet." Now, she said that she overcame suicide or she didn't even think about suicide because life is so sweet to her. Now, ask yourself that question. Is life so sweet to you? Why do you want to commit suicide? Please, if you have that thought of committing suicide, think that life is so sweet for you to leave this world this early. Another person said, yes, I let myself feel the pain, then I slept off and woke up feeling better. Now, this person's opinion is saying that when he tried committing suicide or when he had a suicidal thought, he thought about the situation, he felt the pain genuinely, slept and woke up feeling better. Maybe you want to try out this person's own type of coping mechanism or overcoming suicide mechanism. He slept and woke up feeling better. So if you're having such thoughts, if you're tired of life and you're having any suicidal thought, why don't you sleep very well and wake up? I think and I feel you're going to feel better. Another person said, and this is a man, another person said, I remind myself that it will haunt my innocent children because I know that they will never understand why their mother had to kill herself. That thought alone scares me more than feeling in life. And she says, I hope it keeps scaring me, Sha. My dear, if you're a married woman, a married man, um, think about your children if you have any. Think about how they will feel that their parents committed suicide. Live for your children. It's going to be so devastating that your child gets to grow up and when he asks of you or asks about you, they tell him that you committed suicide. That is going to mess the mentality or the mental health of your child because he or she might feel like you didn't consider him or her before taking your own life, and that would be selfish on your own part. The person said, first I overcame it by speaking out to people, then praises and prayer. Now, if you are in this or if you're watching us right now and you feel like committing suicide, why don't you hit up a therapist and let the therapist, a professional, take you through this moment you're feeling. A professional person will be able to understand you and give you appropriate measures in which you should take. Don't go speaking to people who are going to use your condition to mock you, people who are going to feel like you're not supposed to be in that mood. Do you understand that? People who are going to stigmatize you. No, you shouldn't look at those people. Look at people or look up to people or talk to people who are going to encourage you throughout the process. Now, another person said, countless times, I pray it doesn't win me. My lovely friend, if you're here listening to us right now and you feel like committing suicide, always remind yourself that you are important to people, you are precious, and never let suicide win you no matter what. Another person said, Lo, the thought of dying gives me panic attack. Have you ever had bones in your throat and you're choking to death? Or have you ever had granite seeds in your lungs and you're really, really choking and gasping for air? Exactly. Now, this person has felt something like that, and I said the thought of dying alone scares her, and she wouldn't want to take her life for anything. Somebody said, countless times I'd wanted to end it, but rest and end it and rest. But when I remember that this life is sweet, I kukuma respect myself. Yes, so my dear, respect yourself because you see this life is very, very sweet and it's too early for you to leave us here. Somebody said I've never considered that before. Yeah, there are people who have never considered taking their own life. And please, I want you to be one of those people who would consider never to take their own life, irrespective of what he or she is passing through. Another person said, calling my loved ones on phones, especially my big sis, and crying to her, calling her so that she'll listen to me while I cry, listening to music, and also going out, seeing people, interacting with my environment, seeing a movie, swimming. All these things brings her out of that suicidal thoughts. Now, if you're here and you want to commit suicide, why don't you think about all this? Call your loved one, go out, interact with people, your environment, eat, swim, do other things that would take your mind off it. A lot of us are tired about life, are tired of life, and suicide will never cross our mind. Please, I want to encourage you that suicide should never, ever cross your mind. And somebody said suicide has never been an option. Yes, suicide would never, has never, and is never going to be an option. So, whatever you're passing through in life, I want to advise you not to have suicide as any part of your options in life because suicide was never and is never going to be an option. Thank you so much for staying through to the end of this video. I hope you did learn something from it and to learn that suicide is never an option no matter what. These are people's opinion on how they have successfully overcome that suicidal thought they are having or they were having and they're now living perfectly fine. Now, if you're here and you're watching us, please do also remember that suicide is never an option. Now, if this is your first time of joining us, please do not forget to like,